My name is Thar Pethar. Today I live in blue. But 35 years ago, I was just an intern in the newsroom of the state-owned NOPA broadcasting system. Back then, the renowned scientist Thar Tegthar, the creator of the Hyperon Project, had just received the Thar Prize for the advancement of science. It was my opportunity to make my name in the newsroom, so I called his secretary to bookmark an interview, and I waited for the answer. 1 month later, Tegthar's secretary called me, at last. The professor had some free time for me on a hot Saturday afternoon. People at the newsroom warned me that Tegthar never smiles. I tried to break the ice.
The weather is punishing us this year, Professor. No rain this month so far.
I know it may sound selfish, young man, but I see it as a positive thing, believe me. The ceiling of the building isn't great, and there's a leak in the ceiling right above my desk.
What is the Hyperon Project, Professor?
The Hyperon Project is the greatest technological achievement of the Tharalian civilization. Now we can leave our space-time shell and finally explore other universes. It is a lifeboat for our exhausted and collapsing society.
What about the future developments of this project?
We are creating technologies to send probes to other stable Type 1 universes. They will look for habitable planets with advanced humanoid civilizations. Unfortunately, these planets are scarce. This type of combination only occurs in one universe in a billion.
Why do we need a planet that already has an advanced civilization?
Because we don't have time. We need ready-made and developed social structures. We don't want an untouched paradise that would take us back to the caves.
But ethical questions are being raised.
What questions?
The Hyperon Project needed volunteers to test their teleport systems. NOPA generals were pushing the Yanta team for results, and nobody was crazy enough to be a guinea pig for them. So, they used condemned activists from the terrorist group The Flock to validate their equipment. % of the activists died or could not be brought back to the Hyperon laboratories.
But ethical questions are being raised.
What questions?
The elimination of local cultures, large-scale genocides.
The multiverse is infinite, so there are infinite planets suited to our needs. We just have to find one of them, or maybe two. Tharalia's priorities are at the top of our list and warrant any action to be taken.
And what is your position regarding the accusations of slave labor and using terrorists from the Flock group?
The activists had the opportunity to be part of this great moment in our history. I'm sorry for eventual losses, but their sacrifice was not in vain. A new era has begun.
My bosses liked the interview. It was aired, and it earned me praise and a promotion. The Hyperon Project has become a reality, with all its consequences. 5 years ago in Tharalia, I met Professor Tegthar again at the Center for Theoretical Physics in honor of his retirement.
Tegthar, the gutter of the building was repaired last week.
Oh, too little, too late, Professor.
Yes, not so little, but very late.
Professor, looking at the past, is there any regret left?
None. Would do it all over again. If I was prevented from using the activists, I would volunteer for the tests myself, without any doubt.
Professor Thar Tegthar died last year. His legacy, the Hyperon Project, has become the most perfect translation of our civilization, a story of great deeds and great tragedies.